Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day. Did you get your workout in today? So I did, of course, because I had to teach those workouts. So of course I did those workouts, did some cardio and strength, and then I did my own personal workout, which I like to do every day. And right now I'm working my way through a strength program that I've done before that I absolutely love. It's a 3-month program, and it's just a lot of fun. And it's heavier weights. I love lifting weights. It's one of the things I really do love to do. And right now I'm in the part where we're playing around with timing of the exercises, playing around with tempo, so speeding up and slowing down reps to make things more challenging. And when you slow down reps, holy, it gets tough, but it's so cool because you can really feel your muscle working through that range of motion. So it's a pretty neat way to train if you're looking for something a little different to do with your own program. I highly suggest that. So I was chatting with a friend the other day, and she was asking me if I thought body weight training was better or worse than training with weights. And so we chatted a bit about that, and really both are great. You know, you can, either one of them, whatever you decide to do, is great. So you're going to get results from both. So you know, a lot has to do with your preference, so what you prefer to do, your access to or not having access to equipment, because of course if you're training with weights you're having to have equipment. Also your goals, so if you're trying to put on, you know, a lot of muscle, weight training is going to be the thing that you're going to need to do. But if you're just going for general strength and just leaning out, then body weight exercises are great. And the thing with body weight exercises, though, is that you do have to know how to get to failure with proper form, but actually get to failure, because quite often what happens is when we're doing an exercise, our brain says, okay, we're done, want to quit, but your body actually could do more. So you need to push through that want to quit and actually go until you can't go anymore, but maintaining proper form. So best way to kind of give an example of that would be like if you're doing pull-ups and you're pulling up and you're going up and down, and then all of a sudden you cannot pull up, you can't physically pull your weight up anymore. That's failure. That's what you have to get to. With pull-ups, it's easy to know when you're done, because you just won't be able to lift your body up anymore. Some exercises like push-ups, you kind of feel like you're done, but you could actually do more. Not very many take it to the point where they're down on the ground with their arms bent and they can no longer physically straighten their arms. So it can be a bit tricky that way, but there are other ways that you can challenge yourself with body weight exercises. So I figured we would look at both and look at the benefits of both, because, you know, if you're working out, exercising, it's all benefits, right? Everyone's got to get their workout in, good for the body. So with body weight training, you can do it anywhere, anytime. So if you want to go work out outside, you can do that. You want to do it in your living room, you can do that. If you're traveling and you want to do it in your hotel room, you know, you can do that. You just need yourself, and that's it. Just you and your body doing a great workout. So it's very convenient, and it takes away the option of excuses, because you don't need any equipment. You don't need to go anywhere. You can just use your body and get a great workout. Clutter-free, so if you're starting a program and maybe you want to do your program at home, so you've got a room dedicated to your workout room, but maybe it's a small room and you don't want a bunch of equipment lying around. If you're doing body weight exercises, then you don't have to worry about having a bunch of equipment around, and also you don't have to worry about having to buy that equipment, so a little bit cheaper that way. It's great for all levels, so you know, beginners can use it as a way to kind of gently start to strengthen their muscles. So like doing squats or kneeling push-ups, those are great exercises for beginners. They can get to know what the movement feels like, what the muscles feel like when they're doing that, and they can, you know, kind of work into it slowly. But it's not just for beginners. You can really get an intense workout with no equipment. So think about like adding plyometrics. So maybe rather than doing a squat, you're now doing a squat jump. Or maybe you're doing squats and then you're holding your squat, or you're pulsing your squat. So there's lots of ways to make a body weight workout very challenging. And I've done it with clients, and I'm going to be doing more of that pretty soon again. I'm starting up a boot camp pretty soon, so it's going to be fun. And the moves are typically real life moves. So squats, so that's like, you know, if you're sitting down on the couch and you need to stand back up, like if you've trained your body to do that by doing squats, it's going to be a lot easier. And then as we age, having that ability to do that is huge, because a lot of times as we get older and we lose that strength, if you haven't trained that way, you could be in a bit of trouble there, and quite uncomfortable. So good real life situations, like push-ups, being able to push yourself up off the floor, that's a skill that is good to have. So training your body that way is a good thing to do. So then we'll look at training with weights. So the benefits of that. Faster results, because you can overload yourself quicker, because all you need to do is increase the weights as long as you're doing it safely. So as I said, if your goal is to put on a lot of muscle in kind of a shorter period of time, then you can go into the weight room and, you know, do a routine where you're lifting weights that are heavy enough to fatigue you after 6 to 8 reps. If you are new to training, or if you've never done heavy training, please, please, please hire a trainer to help you out, because when you start getting into those heavier weights, it can be tempting to kind of throw them around a bit and lose form, and, you know, it can just lead to injury. So always proper form. Getting into the heavier weights, it's not as easy as just grabbing a really heavy weight and forcing yourself through a set. You need somebody to help you to make sure that you're doing it properly. Because once you injure yourself, that's it. You know, you're out of the game altogether. So it really pays off to hire a trainer. If you have a friend who's a trainer, or a friend who's been training for years and they really know what they're doing, they really know their stuff, talk to them, get them to help you out. So the downfall of weight training is that the risk of injury goes up, because heavier equipment is involved. But, you know, just be smart about it and you'll be fine. It's a little easier to progress. You don't really have to think about it. You just go to a heavier weight. So with body weight exercises, sometimes you have to get a little bit creative in order to progress up to the next level. And by progressing, I mean progressively overloading your muscles so that they respond to that by getting stronger. So for instance, with body weight, if you're doing push-ups from your knees, once you're able to do 10 and they're, you know, feeling pretty good, that's when it's time to go to your toes to make it harder. And then once you get good at that, you know, trying different positions with your push-ups. So it takes a little bit of creativity. Get a trainer to help you out if you're not sure what to do. Whereas if you're doing weight training, then, you know, it's pretty much a no-brainer to just increase the weights as you get stronger. And then there's also more complicated ways to progress with your weight training. There's some really great programs out there. So if you've been doing weights for a while and all you've been doing is increasing the weight to get to the next level, you might want to look at one of the different types of programs. Like I was saying, I'm doing right now is a tempo style program. And it really does make differences. You'll see increases in your results pretty fast. So as long as you keep challenging yourself, you're good. And if you want to try a different program, something you haven't done before, again, talk to a trainer, get them to help you out. Another benefit with weight training is the huge variety. So, you know, you can do so many different exercises for one muscle group with weights. Like, for instance, if you're training chest, you could do a chest press, and you can do an incline chest press, or a decline chest press, or a chest fly, and there's just all sorts of things you can do with equipment. And it's pretty easy to come up with different exercises, whereas with body weight, you're slightly limited because, you know, you're working with one piece of equipment, which is your body. So if you're the type who likes to have a lot of variety, strength training or with weights might be a better idea. So both are great. Both are going to give you results. You know, as long as you're working out, that's the main thing. We want to get everybody active and healthy and strong, especially as we're getting older. That becomes really important. So if you're trying to decide between one or the other, just, you know, figure out what your goals are, what you have access to for equipment, when and where you can work out. So if the only time you can work out is 4 o'clock in the morning in your apartment, you're not going to want to have a bunch of equipment to bang around, because your neighbors will get mad. And I speak from experience because I did that once. So if you're the type that likes to be at the gym around people, then you might want to look at strength training with weights, but you can still do a body weight program at the gym with people. So yeah, that's what you enjoy. I like to, mix it up a bit, do a bit of both. Right now I'm on a weight training kick that I've been on for a little while now. I'm really, really enjoying it, enjoying the results and just enjoying doing it again because I've taken a big break from weight training. But I do still do quite a bit of body weight training as well, especially with my classes because my studio is small, so I don't have a ton of equipment. So we tend to do a lot of body weight stuff or resistance band stuff. So that's it. I gotta go and get ready for the next class. If you have any questions, need any help with anything, message me. If you want to check out more of my stuff, check out some exercises and workouts that I have on YouTube. You can check that out, Holy Fit on YouTube, or check out my blog, holyfit.ca. A bunch of stuff on there as well. Have an awesome evening. I will see you again tomorrow.